Hi everyone, the Crafty Atelier Angela is here with another tutorial. This is a bunny keychain, and what you'll need is some stuffing, your yarn, your hook, and your hook does have to go the size for your yarn. I have a nose and some eyes. I have a stitch marker, a needle, scissors, and a tool to, a hemostat tool to do the keychain part here. So here's the pattern. I made this myself. So if you know how to read patterns, go ahead and just pause and you can just take it, so you don't have to follow along if you don't want to. But the ear is down here. So chain 6, second from the hook, and then slip stitch down. All right, so let's get started. So we have our yarn. Go ahead and for your first round, do a magic ring, magic circle. You can even chain in your round, it doesn't matter. However you need to do it, that's fine. It's going to be magic ring 6. So that's just my securing stitch. So then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to go ahead and cinch my round here. There we go. And then I'm going to put my stitch marker in the stitch behind my crochet. There we are. And the second round is going to be increases all the way around. So you're going to have 6 increases. Increase is just 2 single crochet in 1 stitch. So if you count backwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, that's where I'm going to start my next round. So single crochet, and go back into into the same one, single crochet, and that is 1 increase. So I'm going to do this 6 or 5 more times to get 6, and I will be right back. We're back. I'm at the end of the round. I'm going to place my stitch marker, move it up into my working round, and round 3 is single crochet and an increase all the way around. So we do single crochet and then an increase, which again is 2 single crochet in the same stitch from the previous round. So I'm going to do that all the way around, single crochet and an increase, and I will be right back. Okay, so we're at the end of the round. I'm placing my stitch marker, and this is where we're going to start doing the features of the rabbit. So we're going to make some feet and some ears, and let's get started. So the sequence goes single crochet and then a bobble stitch. So we're going to do single crochet, and a bobble stitch is you wrap your yarn, you go in, you pull through, and you pull through 2. Okay, now what you're going to do is do it again in the same stitch, pull through 2. So now you have 3 on here. I'm going to do 1 more, because I find it starts to get really hard at 5. So pull through the first 2 again. So now you have 4 loops. And then I'm going to pull through all 4 loops, just because it's a very tiny keychain, and I find that it's a little bit easier to do 4 than a 5 bobble. So then after that, it is 6 single crochet. So let me do one right next to it, make it real tight. So there's 1, and make sure when you bobble, you push your bobble out right there, and there's your little foot. So that was 1 single crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 single crochet. And then we're going to have an ear. So our ear is chain 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then working back down, slip stitching. We do the second from the hook. You go in, and instead of doing another single crochet, you just slip it through that previous working loop. Pull through, slip stitch. And this can be tight. So, excuse me. And 1 more. And just working your way down. Another one. I've made mine very tight, so I try not to have too many gaps there. And then on this last one, I like to go through the 2 right here and then just pull through that as well. And then after the ear is done, it's 2 single crochet. So let's see here. There it is. 1, 2. And then we have an ear. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're going to slip stitch back down, starting from the second from the hook. 1, 2. Gotta give myself some space there. 3. Make sure it's not twisted. 4, 5, and then I like to do the last one through both, which would be 6. Slip stitch that, and then we're going to do a 6 single crochet again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we have a bobble. So we're going to do a bobble 4. So remember 4 loops. So sling your yarn, go through, pull, and only from the first 2 loops. So then you have your other loop on. Sling it, go through, pull through the first 2. Now you have 3. Go sling it and pull through, and now you have 4. And then you can go ahead and pull through all 4. And then 1 more single crochet to end your round. Pop your bobble, and then excuse me, place your stitch marker, and there we have that right there. So you can see you have your little ears, you have your little feet, and that's the beginning of your bunny. So this is where you can either tighten up a little bit your first round. So the next 2 rounds are going to be single crochet only. So you'll have 18 per round. So it's just single crochet, just like so. 1, 2, 3, all the way around. And once I get that done, I will be right back. So now that those 2 rounds are done, I've taken out my hook. I've left myself a little loop so I don't pull out any of my stitches. We are going to place the eyes in the nose. The eyes are round 2 or 3 away from the center. So how I do it is, this is the center here. I go 1, 2, 3, and I kind of place it right in the middle, kind of there, because rabbits have their eyes on the side of their head, right? So there we go. I think that's actually pretty cute. So I'm going to place them in, and you can glue these after. You can melt them. I don't care how you do it. It's just whatever you feel comfortable with. And they don't have to necessarily be these just the black kind. They could be like colorful ones, but I find that the keychains, they're fine with just these little black ones. It's fine. There we go. Now I have one that has a nose. You don't have to have this. You can actually embroider a nose on here, and that is totally up to you. I just have these as spare, so I'm just trying to use them up. So yeah, I put it right in the middle of the magic circle. Here we go, if I can grab it. And there's that. There we go. Cute little bunny coming together. 17 single crochet and then a bobble. So I will come back after I've done the 17 single crochet and finish up with the bobble. So I am at the last stitch in this round. I'm going to take my stitch marker out just because it's going to get in the way of my bobble stitch. So remember, sling your yarn, go into the stitch, pull through the first 2, and then do it again until you have 4 loops on your hook here. It can be 5 if you're comfortable with a 5 bobble as well. So this is where I would place my stitch marker right here. because that's 18. And now the next round is going to be 2 single crochet, a bobble, and 15 single crochet. So I'm going to do this rather tightly. So there's 1, push my bobble out, 2, and then I'm going to make my next bobble here, making sure I make it rather loose just so my hook can get through, because it is a pain. So there's 4. It is a pain if it's not. And then I'm going to do 15 single crochet here. But yeah, once I finish the round, I will be back. Okay, so the next round, we're going to start closing. We have 2 more rounds, and then this will be finished. So we have a single crochet and a decrease all the way around. So a single crochet in your next stitch, and then a decrease, if you remember from any of my other tutorials, is I do the invisible decrease, which is the front loop of the next 2 stitches, and then I do a single crochet. So it's single crochet and a decrease, which is the front 2, pull through, single crochet, decrease, pull through, and I'm going to do that until the end of the round, and I will be right back. So we are at the end of this round. There's 1 more round to go to close it up with a little tail. So I'm going to start stuffing this. I find that stuffing it rather well is fairly good, because bunnies are very fluffy and round and cute. So I'm going to stuff it as best I can up until the very edge here. And you can kind of tell. I mean, if you want your bunny to be a little bit thinner, that's fine too. It's up to you. So I just want to try and get the face a little bit flat, so it's kind of like right there. So put just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so this last round is decreases only. So invisible decrease, the front 2 loops, and then a single crochet. Front 2 loops, and a single crochet, or just pulling through, excuse me. And then we're closing up the gap here. If I can get this one, there we go. It is a little difficult. I try to keep my finger inside just because I'm keeping the fluff down, because sometimes I get it hooked on my hook here and it just pulls through and it doesn't look good when stuffing's on the outside of the body. So, all right, so I'm at the end. I'm going to take that off. You can still see that there is a little hole here, but instead of closing it off and finishing it off, we're going to make the bobble for the tail. So after you've done the 6 decreases, I'm going to make a bobble in this next stitch, just like so, just like we did before with all the feet. Just pulling through until I have about 4. I'm going to probably do a number 5 on this one. See how it's like so. There we go. So there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just make the tail a little fluffy. And then I'm going to slip stitch in the next stitch, if I can get it here, because it is rather tight area to be crocheting in. So I could have probably fluffed him up a bit more, put more stuffing in, but that's okay. So once that's done, I'm going to cut my thread. I'm going to take my needle, pull this, my needle, and then I'm going to close up that gap by sewing in and out of the front loops only of the round here, or however you do it, that's totally fine. It doesn't matter, just as long as it's sewn shut. I like to make a little knot, just so I know that it's secure there. There we go. And there's your little little tail, little nubbin tail for your little bunny. All right, and then poke in any spots, make sure he's all fluffy. You know, you can always mush him into place. So there's your little rabbit, little keychain. So the keychain part, I know I skipped over this in my last couple, but I will do it here for you. I do it right around here, just so it's a little bit more balanced. It's not pulling one way or the other. I pull through, I make sure that all the stuffing that's coming out is just, because it doesn't look good. Oops, sorry. This was my yarn winder I hit. Then we just put it on. And I got these from Amazon. They're separate, but they're all different kinds of colors, which I like. These are 10 and these are also 10. I believe it's for like 50 pieces, possibly. I didn't really see. But yeah, so there's your little bunny keychain. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully it was not too fast. Hopefully you could pause it and look over the pattern. But I am working on a kitty cat keychain as well, a lot like this. So if you would like that one, just let me know down below and I will get that one out as well. Thanks guys. If you want more, just subscribe and hit the like button, the bell icon, all that jazz. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.